All right, we are back to talk about another fixed blade. And like I said in the last video that I did on this guy, I'm not a fixed blade expert. I'm not even a folding knife expert. I'm just some guy who loves knives that thought it would be a good idea to start a channel. Not sure what I was thinking 4+ years ago, but here we are. So I appreciate you guys watching, even though I was corrected on a few things in the Brisa video I did the other day. This is the Brisa Skinner 90. Now, I just like this one better than the Necker 80, I think it was. I think they both look cool, but the size of this one just works better for me in my hand. And I just kind of like the blade profile better. Again, that's just me. You guys tell me in the comments. You bushcrafters, you hunters, you outdoorsies, you let me know down below. Now, one of the things I was corrected on was I talked about on this Necker kind of a harsh edge here on the spine of the blade, right? And I was told that that is for scraping and doing bushcraft stuff where you don't want to mess up the edge of your blade. I can buy that. I like that. So I made some shavings here and stuff like that. It wasn't my intention, but here we go, right? So this guy is a little bit more, well, it's a little less harsh. So I like it a little better. So it will still do some of that, I'm guessing, but just not at the same level, okay? It's not really, it's more just pushing the material rather than scraping the material off as this guy did. So apparently that's a bushcraft thing. It does also give you the ability, if you're going to use a fire starter, to spark with your spine of the blade if that is your thing, right? So here we are with the Skinner, a little bit softer edge. It's not crowned and smoothed out, but it's a little bit smoother, a little less harsh, if you will. Okay. Anyway, on to this guy. This guy is 8 inches overall, 3.3 inch blade, 0.015 behind the edge. The blade thickness is 0.136. It is in LMAX steel, which is a steel that I like. It's a very corrosion resistant, very high edge retention powdered blade steel. So that's super cool. And the handle is 0.708 at its thickest. So it has a really good grip in the hand. This one has a green canvas micarta scales. And let's zoom in here. It's looking, well, we'll get to the scales in a second. It's a full flat grind. I do like it. It's a little bit polished for my tastes, but that's okay. This is green, but it's not like a vibrant green. It's almost a brown, but it is still got some green hues and things like that. Has a little mark there on the scale I'm noticing, but that's okay. And it's got some red, I think they're G10 liners. Didn't say for sure on the website. The lanyard tube, again, much like the Necker, is a little off center. Now, this guy is about $195, whereas the Necker was, I think, $65, $59, something like that. So the fit and finish on this guy is also very good. There's a little bit of an edge here where it doesn't quite line up exactly. But again, we're under $200 for a pretty good knife with a great leather sheath. The sheath is constructed really nicely, smells great, and it has this dangle option. I'm not a big fan of that, but I suppose that you could just put your, if you wanted, you could cut that off and just put your belt through here. I don't know. Again, I am the last guy that should be really talking about fixed blade knives and their utilitarianness because I don't hunt, I don't camp, I don't bushcraft. Brushcraft, bushcraft. I don't do either. I don't go backpack. Like, I'm not the outdoors guy. I carry a folding knife daily because it's pocket jewelry. That's it. I don't know what to tell you. You guys chose to watch. You guys chose to subscribe and chose to be fans of my channel because I am not sure why. This thing, though, cuts really well. I think this one cuts better than the Necker because this is almost effortless to go through. Now, I get it. This is just cardboard. But, see, this is takes a little more effort with the Necker. Not a lot, but it is noticeably different. So, I think these are cool knives made in Finland, as I mentioned before in the first video. But super cool. And Professor EDC is going to get a lot of use out of these, and he will probably do his own videos. They will most likely be in Spanish because, well, he is in Mexico, and he is a native Spanish speaker, and he has a really good channel where he does a lot of Spanish videos for that community, which I think is awesome. And he also does some bilingual videos where he talks for a minute in English and then he translated it in Spanish or vice versa. I don't know because I don't speak Spanish. So I'm actually not sure if he starts in Spanish and then does English or back and forth. I don't know. I don't care, but I think it's pretty awesome. I think this is a cool knife. I really like the brand. This is the third knife I've seen from them. And I think I have one more fixed blade to talk about under the table that also belongs to Professor EDC. So let me get this stuff out of the way really quickly, give you a couple of quick size comparisons because I'm already rambling enough. Let's get this guy out of the way. Pocket jewelry, I got that covered with the Hellraiser, with the RJ Martin Q36 SS. One last one, just because it's here. How about the VC Edge interface? Why would you carry a smaller knife just because it's a fixed blade? Well, because fixed blades are far superior in strength. It is not going to close on you. You can do harder work with this knife. You don't have to worry about anything, especially if you're doing that rubbing on the backside with the hard edge. You know it's not going to fold on you. The lock is not going to fail. So, yeah, I mean, I need to get into fixed blades, I guess. I'm never going to carry one. I don't know what to tell you. Did I talk about the weight? 5.2 ounces, 7.8 altogether. I think it's cool. Professor EDC, thank you so much. I greatly appreciate it. And all you guys that are watching, if you've made it this far, type Fixie down below in the comments.